Hello again from Speed Zone. Today we're going to go over the installation of the ACG 4-point cage in a 2009 Nissan GTR. Bought the cage from ACG a little over a year ago. Went to install it, didn't fit correctly. Tried to explain to them what the problems were. They said, oh no, do this, oh you need to do that, oh it looks good. Well, I'm doing this video so I can show everybody that it doesn't look good, to keep somebody from making the same mistake I did, because I mean the workmanship is fantastic, very nice workmanship, but the fit is horrendous. It's not even close. So I'm going to grab the GoPro, we're going to go inside the car, I'm going to show you exactly what's up. Alright, so we started with the roll hoop, which fit perfectly. Also the harness bar fit perfectly. And I'm going to go down here to show you how the base is mounted. As you can see, what they do is they supply little 1-inch barrels with the roll hoop. It aids in installation. You put the roll hoop in, then you put the barrels underneath to raise it up. That way the top of the bar is flush with the headliner, and then bolt it in. So makes installation a little easier. Without, if they made this plate flush, I think you'd have a real problem getting over this area right here. So they use the little barrels to avoid that problem. Let me put my light back up here. Okay, so far the hoop fits fine, the harness bar fits fine. But now we get to the down bar. The down bar does not fit. I put a tape on there because with this lighting it was hard to see the depth. But if you can look at that, we're like what, shade over 2¼ inches off the fender well. I mean, that base plate is supposed to be on the fender well because that's where it gets bolted. So we're like 2¼ inches above that. The passenger side is even a little higher than that. So, I mean, there's no way that you're ever going to get this thing bolted in. I could remove the 1-inch barrels and that would get it a little closer, but it's still not even close. And again, I contacted them. I'll let them know what the problem is, but they refused to say anything was wrong. No, everything looked good to them. I sent them pictures. So, I finally gave up. Like I said, I was frustrated. I put this thing aside for a year, but I figured, nah, I'm gonna modify it and install it. But that's the problem right there. The other side is exactly the same, even a little bit taller. Here's the other problem. I marked where the seat edge is with that black line. The inside of that down bar is supposed to be outside, touching the outside of that seat edge. Well, look where it's at. Okay, so if I want to cut a big hole in my rear seat, then everything is cool, I guess. But, well, and that's if I could figure out how to get it down on the fender well. But even if it was down on the fender well, oh yeah, let me cut a big hole out of my seat so this thing fits. So I don't know who made this thing that day, whether their setup jig was totally off or whoever did it was totally in outer space. But I mean, it's not even close, and I think my car is not, it's pretty much the same as all the other cars. I mean, hasn't been crashed or anything. So why doesn't it fit? So anyway, anybody thinking about getting ACG, if they even do this, make it anymore. They didn't make it. I mean, they had somebody make it for them. But I went to their website today and I did not see it listed on there. So maybe they don't even offer this anymore. But if they do and anybody's thinking about getting it, beware, because the one I got sure didn't fit. If you want to do like a little rear cage, you might look at Titan Motorsports. They build one that actually the down bars mount up above the top of the seat. And Titan Motorsports, I'm pretty sure they make good stuff. I mean, they've been around a long time. They were big on Supras. Now they're in the GTR. So you might want to check Titan Motorsports for their cage. But again, you can see, that's not right. That's not right. So now I got to modify it to get it to work correctly with it. Number one, to get it down on the fender well. Number two, to get it so it's not going through my rear seat. So more fun and games, but it should have been right from the get-go. I mean, this thing wasn't cheap. I think it was around $2,400, so it should have fit. I can't believe. I mean, I could see being a little bit off, maybe like quarter inch, eighth inch, but we're talking massive inches both ways. And 2¼ inches off the deck, and what are we? We're probably a good 1.5 to 2 inches inboard of where it should be. So this wasn't a minor, screw up in their execution. This was major. So I don't know what they were thinking, but it sure doesn't fit in this car. So that's it from Speed Zone for this episode. I hope it proved informative, and hope you don't run into the same problems I did. So thanks for watching. See you next time.